Absolutely. Just here we go. Um, so thank you everyone for being here. I absolutely appreciate all of you, and it's an honor to have Gregory with us tonight. And thank you, Jennifer, for you just work your magic.
It's my family.
That's
Yes,
right.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, Gregory, do you want me to share the screen and then
Make
I
him
Yeah,
the.
yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, and
okay.
then I can comment as we go through it.
Sure, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me go back, make
I'm
this
gonna go
bigger.
get water. I need something here.
Oh
Good.
yeah, go ahead. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, you guys. And Gregory, bear with me because this is my first time going over the Live Younger, not
That's fine.
like in public, I should say.
Mhm.
So, all right, and again, welcome everyone. Um,
Mhm.
so this is Live Younger Success. You can see that up in the upper left corner. And I'm on the home page here. And there are 3 easy steps that we should all be doing.
Well,
And
and this was designed, and just a little premise.
mhm,
Site was designed to be a launch pad for onboarding new brand partners. So if you sign somebody up, you celebrate them, and you say, "Hey, go to Live Younger Success, do those first 3 easy steps, and then let's get back together and do a planning session." Because we want to keep that, immutable link between sponsor and enrollee.
Called on accident. Sorry.
oh,
But you
oh,
don't, you don't need to say the same thing over and over. One of the reasons for creating this, I heard Robin saying the same thing over and over and over again. And so we took a lot what she was saying and doing, a lot what Connie and everybody else is saying and doing, and put it into this website. I will say that it grew from there. So there's a lot more in here than that. But in the beginning, you don't want everybody to go through the whole website because this is like, it's going from elementary school to middle school to high school and maybe even junior college all wrapped up in one.
mhm.
But we want to start them at elementary school. Welcome, getting started is easy as 1, 2, 3. So if you scroll down just a little bit or up, so you can see what those 3 steps are.
Mhm.
Step one, download the LifeWave now, which is our replacement. That used to say the InTouch app. Now it's LifeWave now. And then step two, we talk about the daily action plan, and we talk about training and support. And in the website, you could scroll down further and just show them the rest of the homepage.
Sure.
Uh, right here, we talk about the Live Younger success system in this blue box.
Mhm.
I'm kind of a systems guy. I've been 37 years. It's scary. Through life and full time in network marketing. And I had a career before that. So that's kind of dating myself. But I learned a long time ago systems duplicate, people don't. So this is a Live Younger success system. It's the liveyounger.com website. Now it's a LifeWave Now marketing app. We just recently launched liveyoungersports.com for your athletic prospects. We have the 24/7 Power the Patch replay and a Tuesday night showcase. We also have the copper peptide breakthrough, but I wouldn't expect your brand new person to go through and understand all this. This is mainly for you to see and know what we have going because these are many valuable tools.
Mhm.
And that's part of the Live Younger Success system. And Live Younger Success is part of that system. And that's where a lot of, the pieces of the system have found a home. So, and then
I
if you
think
scroll
this
down
is
a
great.
little bit further on the
Yeah.
homepage,
Yeah.
we talk about David Schmidt,
Yeah.
and probably need to change this up a little bit. We haven't updated a little while, but this is a 1 minute message from David, and so we want everybody to know we have a very special. We're really blessed to have David at the helm,
Mhm.
the creative genius that we all know he is. And I think that's pretty much all that's here. There might be a little bit more down below. I don't look at the homepage, even though I designed it. There's the LifeWave mission. I probably need to change that up because they unveiled their updated mission statement at the conference. So I'm going to have to talk to Wayne, our marketing VP of marketing, and
Mm,
get that in here. But so this is just about who we are because a brand new person needs who they are. We spend all the time talking and inviting and presenting people to make a decision, and that's where the sacred trust starts. Where say, okay, congratulations, welcome. I'd like to get back together with you and do a personal business planning session. But in the meanwhile, if you go to Live Younger Success and just do those first 3 steps. Now, I know Connie has refined it and has other recommendations. So I don't want to conflict with anything she's doing. This is another resource,
mhm.
and people just need to know it's there. So now if you go and just click here where it says if you getting started is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Why don't you click on that real quick up there at the top,
Here.
right there. Yeah, click on that. And pretty much anywhere you click there,
Mhm.
it's gonna take you to getting started. 1, 2, 3, go, and there you are. Step one, here's our new LifeWave Now app. Download our new marketing system. Step 2 down below, just keep scrolling down. And here we talk about the personalized liveyounger.com websites that many of you have. And, it's $50 a year, but instead of, it's a great resource. And most of you already know about that. I won't drill down on that unless you want me to. Um,
Um, Only if you want to. I think everybody here just about has already
yeah, I think,
purchased this.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just scroll down to step 2. In my opinion, step 2, this is the most important piece in the whole website. And scroll just a little further down so you can see the 5 steps. Stop right there. So these 5 steps, the daily action plan, if you can get people to learn, do, and teach this, you don't need to know the marketing plan. You don't need to know hardly anything else. You just need to know this organic, natural process. Roxanne, it's so good to see you. How are you? How have you been? I'm so glad, that connection as opposed to Roxanne, you got to hear about this. I just found this company. It's incredible. And you go, oh no, as opposed to, hey, how are you? Missed you. What's going on? Hey, I've only got a few minutes, but you know, now my challenge is to pique their interest. And one of the trainers we had at one of our national conferences said, your job is to make somebody interested in something they don't know exists. Okay. So that's it. They don't know about LifeWave X39, probably not. So, and I know we can't publicly advertise activate stem cells, even though we do in private. You can ask somebody, hey, by the way, Roxanne, what do you know about stem cells?
I know a lot.
She's a
And,
nurse.
and just to say, here's how we got started 7 years ago. Our enroller, Kai Jacobson, called up, hey, Gregory Robin, how are you guys? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, he didn't exactly say this, but it was the essence of it. What do you know about stem cells? And Robin says, we're about ready to spend $12,500 on a stem cell injection. And the rest, as they say, is history. So you say you know a lot. Some people say, what's a stem cell? And everybody's somewhere in between those two things.
Yeah.
Or maybe in the conversations already came up that, man, this friggin' arthritis. And in person, an interesting thing to note that I learned, there's a difference between free speech and commercial speech. When you're on the phone with somebody, diabetes, cancer, that's free speech.
Mhm.
If this was a recruiting webinar, that would be commercial speech, and I'd be violating policy by, mentioning disease states when mentioning LifeWave. But when you're one-on-one with somebody, you can say, "Hey, I'm so sorry to hear that. I recently came across a new technology using light that blah 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 blah." You piqued your interest, and if that's of any interest to you, I'd love to send you a short little video to take a look at, or, I'd like to send you a link to a website with several videos. Personally, I like sending the video because when they watch it, that
Mhm.
they watched it. I haven't got to that level of perfection with Now. So the InTouch app still works. So if you have the InTouch app, you know how to use it because they haven't loaded all the videos from InTouch into the Now app yet. I was on the phone with the developers yesterday and they're working on that. So I love sending the video from InTouch because, as soon as they watch it, bing, and to me, that's the most significant breakthrough in our profession in decades because, over the last 30, almost 40 years, I have sent, I've spent more money on overnight FedEx packages and video cassettes and audio cassettes, CDs, DVDs. And now I just say, do you want it by text or by email? Ding, 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 bing, it's on its way. And no matter how much time and money I spent sending people information, I never knew when they watched it, and so I never knew when to call back. And so with this, if they watch it, you should call them back. If they didn't watch it, you should call them back. Well, I think that's very cool. And when you send them that video, you could also send them a link to your liveyounger.com. But I think that's more of a second exposure. However, having liveyounger.com and your personal, username printed on your business card is what Robin and I do. So, when I meet somebody in the elevator or in Uber, you can give them a card, say, go to this website, watch a couple of those videos. If it piques your interest, we should talk. That kind of thing. So it's connect, peak, point to tools, follow up, and the fortune and the friendships in the follow up. And this is relationship marketing. And some people you got to follow up once. When Kai called us, he didn't have to follow up once because we ordered on the first call. And that might occasionally happen. It's really fun when it does, but it doesn't happen very often.
Mhm.
Okay. And so, you're going to have to follow up, cultivate. You may need to send them some more information, and at some point, when they're ready, you enroll them as a customer or brand partner. So this is the success process. It's our daily action plan. And I promise if you guys just practice this and get good at it, on Saturday I'm going to be in Arizona with Marcy Preble, and they talk about 333. Reach out to three people, get three people on a webinar, and follow up with three people. It's the same essence we do, and we just refined a little more. Say, well, when you call them, what do you do? Well, connect first. People don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. So you want to connect with them and then pique their interest, point them to some tools. And the other tools could be a Zoom, could be you're talking to somebody on Sunday afternoon. You're going to point them to the doc talk. It could be any of those exposure tools are all there for you. But I just want to say, be the messenger, not the message, and the message is embodied in the tools. So I just wanted to say I think this is probably the most valuable piece in the whole system, and it applies to whatever success system you're following. These are universal principles of success to just apply to our profession.
Hey, honey, you want to relate that back to the comp plan enhancements and where to focus?
Sure. Okay.
And maybe show them the enhancements, but then come back
Okay.
to this, then
Why
come
don't we
back to,
scroll down a little further
and then
Okay.
come back
and
to
stay
this page.
connected? Stay connected. And so you see, I always say when you enroll someone, one of the cardinal rules of success is never end one exposure or conversation without scheduling the next unless you're done with that person. Okay. If you're done with them, don't schedule anymore because you're gonna have some people you don't want to call back, right? But if they expressed interest, or more importantly, if they join, after you congratulate them, you walk them through, you send them a basic getting started guidelines. You want to schedule a personal planning session. And if you're not comfortable doing that, get one of your upline, get Roxanne or get Jennifer on. and they'll help do an orientation. But we want people to know you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and meet the team. So here, this is step 3 is just get connected. So I think if you wanted to go back up to the main, the top, we'll follow Robin's guideline, uh,
All the way to the top?
all the way to the top.
Okay.
There you go. Now, what I wanted to point out to you, because you're all brand partners, uh, what's the talk of the town right now? The comp plan. So in Business Basics, we just updated the comp plan section. So click on the Business Basics tab and click on Comp Plan 2.0. And
And cameras on. And
okay,
share my famous question.
yes. Were you going to say something, Robin? You're muted, Robin.
I said, and share my famous question to you about learning about the comp plan.
Oh, decades ago, when I first met Robin, and I was vice president of sales in a network marketing company. She was a neophyte new distributor, just joined, and we developed a professional relationship. I started mentoring her, um, and she asked me to teach her the comp plan. I says, "You want to learn the comp plan, or you want to learn how to make money?" And you don't need to know the comp plan to make money. You need to know what the income producing activities are. You need a little guidance from your upline how to create your structure, but you don't need to understand the comp plan. But what I did here, if you scroll down a little bit so you can see phase 1, 2, and 3, I broke the 9 ways to earn down into 3 phases. And I have been doing this with multiple network marketing companies for decades, because it's a lot to absorb all at once. It's like taking algebra, geometry, and trigonometry all at once. No, that's not a good idea. You know, do arithmetic first. So we'll start with arithmetic. Let's start with phase 1, personal production. This is what you do to make money. Retail profit by enrolling customers, customer premium bonus, which is another boost. If you start accumulating more and more customers, you can get up to it. You can earn 20 to 33% on retail profit, whether or I should say customer profit, because some of your customers are going to buy at wholesale. You're going to make 20%. Some are going to buy at retail, and you're going to make 33%. And if you start accumulating a lot of customers, your customer premium bonus, you can earn up to an additional 20% on your customers. That's pretty significant.
Wow.
If they're enrolling as a brand partner, we have what's called the product introduction bonus. If they buy one of our 4 packages, we have a product introduction bonus you make on each of them. And you also make that on upgrades. Okay. So when someone upgrades from a smaller pack to a bigger pack, you make some product introduction bonus there. And then there's the business launch fast start bonus. And this is a brand new one where you can earn $25 to $50 a week by getting to the manager 1-star or 2-star manager for your first 9 weeks. So that's what we focus on. And next Saturday, in 2 days, that's what I'm going to be training on at the Arizona Regional and Mini Boot Camp. I'm doing a small segment on the compensation plan. I'm going to show them, just like I'm showing you, I'm going to show them all 3 phases. At the team bonuses click in when you sponsor somebody who starts also sponsoring people. Whoa, that's like you wake up one morning, you look at your back office and you go, well, there's somebody in my group that I didn't personally sponsor. You are now building a team. Okay. And that's where the level earning bonus is very exciting. The binary bonus starts clicking in. And as your team grows from small to larger, then you get into some of the leadership bonuses. But I usually, with a brand new distributor, I don't go over phase 2 or 3 at all. I just let them know it's there. It's let them know that, okay, algebra here, next year, you're going to go to geometry. Okay. And next year you're going to go to trigonometry, or you're going to go from arithmetic to algebra is a better way to present it, you know.
Mhm.
So that's, and then if you scroll down a little further, you guys can look at it at your own leisure. We do identify some of the basic terms, sides and legs. You know, binary has two sides, but you know, in our business, everybody who personally sponsors a new leg. So you can have 3 legs, 5 legs, 50 legs. I don't know. Robin and I probably have 80 of them. I don't know how many legs we got. You know, we have 6 kids, but we probably have 80 legs. So let's go a little further down, and then we go into detail on phase one. Okay. So if you want to really learn about each of those, you can find most of the stuff on the corporate website also on your lifelife.com, but we kind of simplified it and condensed it down a little bit. So I think this is, for some people, it's a breath of fresh air. Okay, I can deal with this. But if you look at a 16-page comp plan brochure, it's overwhelming even to me. Okay. So don't. It's nice to have a round if you got to refer to it. But so
Yeah,
we go through each of the bonuses briefly here. We
nice.
show the charts. So, Robin, is that what you wanted me to share?
I did, and I just want to share with everyone as we're looking at these enhancements, to stay in that place of not overwhelmed, to be like excited, is to know where you are. And the front page dashboard in the back office is so wonderful. It shows you where you are and what percentage to the next rank. And that's where to focus. That is exactly where to focus. You don't need to know all that other stuff. If you're planning on moving through the ranks quickly, you want to do some strategizing with your supportive upline. So you make sure you have your builders on both legs and things like that and build a balanced organization. But you don't need to know it all. It's like what Gregory says. You want to know the comp plan or you want to know how to make money. And just staying focused on what we've always been focused on is sharing the great news of LifeWave, giving people the information, piquing their interest, following up, and getting them set up in the best way for them. Keep it simple.
Yeah,
Thank you
you're
for
gonna
that.
you're gonna be much more successful learning how to use the marketing tools than understanding the comp plan. Trust me. But you know, you want to know the basics. So we tried to separate it out, the basics in phase one, two, and three.
Mhm.
You want to look at go back up to the heading at the top, and I'll just do a quick walk through on some of the other. Um, so there is a lot here. We've been accused of being the Library of Congress because you don't have to click, just hold that there, and you can see.
Actually, honey, before you go into that overview, you
Yeah,
might want to show the one other thing that's good to look at regularly, which is what's
yeah,
new.
yeah. Why don't you? Yeah, that's right. Jump right over to what's new, and click on what's new. And we update this on a regular basis. And so this was as of November 12th, yesterday. So, and this is a summary of what you'll find on the page. On this page, you will find, um, and then, so if you click on any of those, there's hot links, they'll take you to it. If you want to get your Hawaii tracker, just click on that for the fun of it.
Mhm.
And there's a Hawaii tracker that you can download and keep track. And there to the right of it was today's training. I don't know if any of you saw today's training,
Mhm.
Thursday morning training we do, but Dr. Velvet, uh, PhD in everything, she amazing. She created this whole game strategy to teach people the income producing activities that happen to be the same activities that are going to get you points in that tracker,
Mhm.
get you to Hawaii if you should choose to try and get there. So, but that was just, where you could pop down. So I guess you could just scroll a little bit. This is the advertising for the website. You've all seen that. Scroll past that. Uh, here's the
Hey, I know
comp.
that guy.
Yeah. There's the comp plan again. We taught on it. Dr. Velvet taught some things on the comp plan, 9 ways to earn. Um, and replays. Now, here's where we have the replays of our Thursday training. So you can see here's the one from today, and there's from 11:06, there's from 10:16. That was a good pose, huh? Yeah. It looks like 10:16's in there twice. It is. I'm gonna have to talk to Liz about that. Liz maintains this website for us. God bless her.
Yeah.
So they're great trainings. There's great materials in here. Instead of watching Netflix, you can watch replays of our Thursday morning trainings. Yep.
So
There's
I have a question, Gregory,
yeah, yeah.
and it's actually on the Hawaii sheet.
Okay.
The points for the
Yes, go ahead.
yeah. So let me zoom in a little bit.
Good.
Where it says where did it go? I don't even see it now. Um, Personally ranking up. So like when we hit a new rank, say I'm a director one, do I get those points or do I not get those points being a director
If
one?
you're already there when the contest started,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
So the contest started, I think the 27th, is that right? Same time as the comp plan was launched.
Yes. Yes.
But so when you get to director two, you'll get 15 points.
Okay.
So let's go back and say if someone brand new today joins, when they get M1, they get 1-star manager there, they're going to get 5 points.
Hmm.
When they get the 2-star, they're going to get 5 more points. When they get the 3-star, they're going to get 7 more points. That's 17 points they've gotten just by getting to manager, 3-star manager. Then they'll get 13 more. So, now they got 30 points. So you can see it's cumulative. So this is the way. So there's 3 ways to earn points. Up top, earn points by maintaining, it should say maintaining, maintaining your highest lifetime rank. So for you, Roxanne, if you're a director, a
Hmm.
1-star director, manager, directors, 1, 2, 3, you get 1 point every week that you qualify as director. Okay. If you fall out this week, but you're back in next week, you missed a point this week, and so you could check them off as you're going along, the ones you're getting. The
Okay.
second way we just went through is by you ranking up. Okay.
Hmm.
And once you get to executive or above, you get 2 points. And you can see in that top one, but ranking up. And the third one is earn points by enrolling and helping advance people. So the people that you have personally enrolled, customers and brand partners, okay, you put their name on the left side.
Hmm.
And if they came in as a PC plus, you get 2 points. You get 1 point.
Hmm.
Um, Robin, do you understand? I haven't really gone through this in detail. So,
No, and then my other question, I didn't mean to interrupt, but my other question
but
is where it gives you 2 points for each um,
There's
kit
core,
that they come
advanced,
in.
advanced plus, and premium.
there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Yes, and it is
Yeah.
cumulative. Correct.
Yeah.
So,
If you come in with the premium, you get the other. You get the 2, 4, 6. You get 8 points.
oh, you get 8 points for premium.
Correct.
Well, I
Correct.
got some adding to do.
Woo! Yeah.
Woohoo! Okay. All right. That's what I was questioning. I'm like, why doesn't it say 8 points there or six or whatever? But you're
Because
adding
some
each of
people, if
those
they
up.
come in at a core and they upgrade to
Yes.
advanced, they get 2 more. If they upgrade to advanced plus, they get 2 more. And if they upgrade to premium, they get 2 more. So you can get 8. You can step your way up and get all 8, or you can just come in as premium and get all 8.
Okay. All right. I was confused on that. So thank you for clarifying.
And when you help your people advance to rank, you're personally enrolled, you get points every time one of them advances, just like you get points every time you advance.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
if you want to milk the system actually in their best interest too, because of the fast start bonus. Many people say, I want to start and see how I do on my own. So they might want to start as a customer and you get a point. And then they have such great results, they start sharing. It's time to become a brand partner. Then they get 2 more points. So you could get, you know, um, a lot of points when they
Well,
get.
it's not a lot. That's not a real point-rich way of doing.
It's not a, no, it's just,
Yeah,
it actually is supportive for people to
yeah.
do the fast start bonus so that they have their own experience. And then the clock starts clicking 9 weeks once they become a brand partner. It's one extra point. It's not a lot of points. But when people are looking at how to maximize points, it's a suggestion that may or may not be a fit.
In the way I present that, if I was presenting to somebody, I'd say, are you ready to get going? Because we have a really exciting, 9 week, incentive to get going quickly. And if you're not ready to get going, you can start as a customer and try the product for a few days or a week or two, and then we can upgrade you to brand partner. So, some people the penny drops. They go, no, I get it. I've been in direct selling before. I can do this. Sign me up. you know.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right. Well,
You want
thank you for the clarification on this. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. So that's the main things we wanted to show. Why don't you go back up to the top, all the way to the top, and
Whoops.
well,
Sorry.
of this page. The What's New page has a lot of cool stuff. We update it regularly. It's got all the new videos that were released at the conference that you can, watch and share. Talks about Canadian Roadshow, you know. So, you know, it, um, this is just where we kind of begin archiving things. Now, if you want to really get scared, I'll show you one other place to go. Go back up to the top
Hmm.
and go to the library and go to resource and documents. And there's a lot of stuff here. Okay.
Hmm.
If you're doing patching parties, there's information, there's business training, compensation plan, probably needs to be updated. I haven't looked at that in the last couple of weeks. We've been so busy. But this is resources. Mostly, if you just scroll down a little bit, you're going to see a lot of PDFs, all downloadable. That first group, Robin helped write that activate your stem cell. If you're doing a home meeting, you can do that. Don't publish that on YouTube, on Facebook, because the company will get on you for it. But if somebody's coming to your house, you can give them a copy of that.
Hmm.
Why LifeWay? Why now? That's a little outdated. It's only
So
7 years old,
2011.
6 years old. Yeah, yeah. But so you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. Um,
There it
um,
is.
And this is an easy way to share where the science is. It's on liveyounger.com, but
Mhm.
it's also in Live Younger Success under the science tab there, where
Yeah.
you can see the stuff. So we've built redundancy throughout to make
uh-huh,
it easy for people.
mhm.
This is a great site, you guys. Thank you.
Well,
And
thank
thank you for
Liz.
being here. Oh my gosh, that's just like bonus. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Jennifer. It's like,
Liz
oh
and
my
Gregory and Judy work on this every single week. And if you guys have ideas of what you'd like even better, or if you have suggestions of something new, we're always open to make it better. And there's a paper application. You're scrolling by that right now. That's in the home party section. Sometimes it's nice to have a paper app. I do that a lot when I'm working with people to sign them up. I'll take their information down and I don't have time to put them in the computer. I need to look a little bit further where to put them. I
Mhm.
will take the paper app and then I'll place the order later.
Yeah, when I've done events with Michael and Tracy Joe and then Arthur and Fred, we always have that paper order form in case we don't, maybe the internet goes out in the building or there's not a good connection. So we jot down their info, or they do for us, and then we put their order through later. So that's very helpful to have.
Mhm.
Roxanne, I
Yes,
just got
ma'am.
a call from Lynn. Hi, everybody. She's been trying to put through an order for a woman that Tracy Joe brought to us and Julie, and the company said that everything's shut down and they can't put the order through, and people are going on a trip. What do we do if they can't take it by hand and put it through?
You wait.
So it's a premium. It's a big one.
Well, a day or two more or less ain't gonna matter. And
Well,
it's
they're
not
going on a trip, so they wanted them to be ordered
Yeah,
so they
yeah. So put
arrive.
well,
my
never.
suggestion is
I
to
Yeah.
doubt
take
if it's
take
going to be down more than a few hours
Yeah, it won't be down
tomorrow.
very long, but
Yeah.
take a paper application. And if you're like going to an event, I would time and date stamp them because it does make a difference what order you input them. And so if you take more applications after this one, you want to make sure you put this one in first. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
She was
won't be
trying to
down.
find a VIP, so she may be calling you too.
Okay.
Help.
Um,
Okay.
well,
Okay.
let me go back
Well,
to share
that
the
was a
screen.
download. That was a 37-minute download. Sorry.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, thank you.
So, any questions? Roxanne
Yeah.
or one. Any questions about what you've seen or didn't see?
Well, I think, um, I mean, when I first met you guys at that Scott McKay event,
Uh-huh.
what was that, a year and a half ago, maybe closer to 2 years ago by now, I don't even know.
Um,
Anyways, I remember how I was like, one of these days, and it's just, it's about growing. Maybe this isn't so much a question, but it's just an observation. And I think we're all growing and learning together. And, it's just with you guys, you and Robin, and then Jennifer Allen and Michael and Tracy Joe, all of us together. This is fascinating to me. So thank you. And I
our
really
pleasure.
mean that.
Yeah,
So
we're here to help and serve, and grow people and grow LifeWave and grow our businesses together.
absolutely.
One of my greatest joys, like I shared with you, Roxanne, is to witness you have blossomed right in front of us. That's one of my favorite things is, we're in a business of growing people and we create a safe place for people to grow more into their own potential. And that's one of the great gifts of our business. And you've come so far, Roxanne, and so have your people. And isn't it, that was May, I think, a few years ago. It
Yeah.
was amazing how much has happened since then,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It is. And thank you so much, Robin. That's just, I
Yeah.
love you guys. I mean, you
Ditto.
guys really, all of you here, you guys are my family. Okay. As Brad says it.
True. And I see that Christopher's got his hand up. Christopher, do you have a
Yes.
question for us?
Yeah, I do. I mostly I share when I'm at the gym,
Uh,
and I find that that's where a lot of people complain about aches and pains and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So I always find that as an opportunity to present. Just kind of point to the C7 and say, see that patch. And I can always share, do a share with the people. They're always willing to give me their number, but what happens with me is I share it and then I don't really hear from them, but I see these people every day and I don't really bring it up again because in the gym I just don't want to be pestering.
Mhm.
So I kind of think it's a numbers game
Yeah,
where you
but
just find that.
there's some technique that'll enhance your numbers. And immediately what comes to mind, and I learned this a long time ago, is the if then. I think you find this really interesting. If I send you a short video, it's only about 3 minutes long. Would you give me your feedback after you watch it? And they always say yes. And that gives you permission next time you see them, say, what'd you think about that video? So
Yeah.
that's the idea. Never end one appointment without scheduling next. Never end one contact with scheduling next. So at the gym, hey, let me get your number. I'll shoot you a short little video. Check it out on your, you don't want me, you want an email or text. And, and I just appreciate your feedback. You might see why I'm so excited about this technology.
And when I use the InTouch app,
Uh-huh.
at least right now, I don't just send a link. I try to connect what they talked with me about, what their issues were, how it's helped me. Well, I also add, like what you were just saying, is once you watch the video, I'd like to hear what you think about it,
Right.
and just leave it at that. So I guess
Yep.
at that point, when the next time I see him, I could ask him like what you just said.
And what I'd recommend is keep the communication on that short so they get to the video quickly. You can salutation, so good to see you at the gym today. Sorry to hear about your back. Check out this short video and give me a call or let's connect next time I see you in the gym or whatever you want to say. But
Right.
the goal is to get them to watch the video, not to necessarily rehash what you've already found out, but that reconnection has a value. Hey, good to meet you, Christopher. I'm sorry to hear about your back, and I think this technology could help you. Check out this short video and let's talk soon.
Yeah, that's a really good suggestion because
Yeah.
um, if I keep it a lot shorter, they're probably more willing to watch like when I alter the text in the app. If I
Yeah.
keep it a lot shorter, like maybe one sentence,
Nice to
and then
personalize it, but it's good to keep it short. Mhm.
right, okay, all right. Thanks for the suggestion. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I look forward to hear the shift because I learned, when my first experience in sales was doing door to door, knocking on door sales, selling home insulation. Anybody relate to that? And I failed miserably for my first week. And my sales trainer gave me one little key that unlocked a door. And he gave me a little cue and basically it shifted everything because I don't know how many of you remember, most of you are too young, but back in Southern California, the Southern California Edison, they were just about paying you to insulate your home. I say, so I'm working with Southern California Gas and Electric on home insulation. And I just need to take a quick look in your attic to see how you're doing. They'd open the door and let me right in. And once I got in, I just almost always got a sale. So I didn't
As
expect
a
anything at the door except my goal at the door was to get in the attic. And I get up there and go, oh my gosh, you must have huge electric bills.
as an added note, Gregory, I used to insulate attics.
There you go.
So I do know a bit about that.
Yeah,
Thank you for
there
your
you go.
suggestion. I appreciate it.
But
And
it's
my
that
attic is being insulated tomorrow, folks. I just got it.
unbelievable. How about that? Are you
We are truly family. That's amazing.
and I owned an insulation manufacturing business for a period of time in my life. So, so I know a lot about insulation. I know a lot about network marketing. I don't know much about anything else.
Okay, Shelley has her hand up. Go ahead, Shelley.
Okay, go ahead, Shelley.
Hi,
Hi.
Gregory. Hi, Robin.
Uh,
I have a quick question about the comp plan. Now,
yeah,
on Comp 1.0, if you were binary qualified, you would make a certain amount. Then,
yeah.
if you went to manager, you would make a certain amount. And I'm noticing with 2.0, I'm about at the same rank, but I'm actually getting less. And I think it's going off of volume. I was wondering if you could possibly go over that.
Yeah, the binary graduates up, but what they've done, the reason we changed the comp plan is because we had what I called the PIB binary gap. You enroll a new brand partner, you make a PIB, and you don't make anything else. They could buy something every month, and you don't make anything until you get to the magical 663, 330, and then you get $50. Okay. And most people that join, sadly, most of the brand partners that join Lifeway never left before they got one cycle bonus. So now they've added the unilevel pay at the bottom. They've added a few other things to close that gap. So between the PIB and you start earning binary money, there's like 3 or 4 other ways people earn. And we're fine tuning the plan with the company. There may be some adjustments. There probably will be. I can't say because I'm not in charge, but we're having discussions because usually when a comp plan is launched, it needs to be fine tuned. But the structure and strategies plan was brilliant to reward people predictably sooner and more consistently. So that's what you're going to see with this comp plan without going into a detailed training. But so, and we actually moved the binary back. You don't even begin earning binary until, let me look on my sheet, until you become a 1-star director. So it's all the other ways that you earn moving up to that. Was that helpful, Shelley?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Good question. Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I
Do you
do.
Jennifer?
want to show the rest of the Live Younger Success site? I don't want anybody to miss this moment.
Oh, yeah, sure. Darlene has her hand raised.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
Hi, Darlene.
Hi. Okay, back to what Shelley was talking about, what you were explaining,
Yes.
because I've been watching that because to see how mine was playing out. And I've been able to maintain my people, but not grow it for right now due to some other challenges I've been having. So, but I noticed that where I usually get $50 every week, I'm getting $13 or $7. And I always have those, anywhere between 162, something like that. Pretty much pays for my patches every month. But I am noticing that, and so even though I'm binary and I've got the 2 managers on each, I've got managers and no, I've got brand partners on both sides and stuff. So I don't understand quite how you go to get that money back into your director.
And actually, I made a mistake. It's the mentor matching that starts at director. The binary starts at 3-star manager. And, I'll be honest with you. I'm working with a couple of other leaders to talk to the company that I think they need to increase those percentages a little bit. Okay. For the, we're encouraging them, and I shouldn't make this publicly. No guarantee they'll do it, but I'm saying everybody should get 10% on the binary, and everybody, and increasing the level pay, because I think what I've seen over the years is and help design and roll out a number of comp plans. It's hard to get it right the first time out of the box. And it's not unusual. It's kind of more of the standard that when a company makes changes of this order of magnitude, it's probably going to take a few weeks or a couple of months to fine tune it, because the goal was to push more money to the front of the plan, and not everybody's experiencing that. And you're a perfect example, Darlene. So I think you'll see that change. And it's like, I use the analogy. It's like we spent all this time and money making an indie race car, best design, breakthrough technology, and we got it built now. And now we took it out on the track and it's sputtering a little bit. Just it could be really well built, but it's still going to need to be tuned up in order to be a winner. And I think, we're going to be working with the company to tune it up a little bit. So I think you'll see some positive changes in that direction.
Let me add another suggestion, Darlene, because they've moved money around. They haven't taken anything away. They've reallocated money. So they took some away from the binary where you got more before, but they put it for the brand new people. So if you help some brand new people get off to a good start, you will get paid on that also, which was not available before. You're also going to get paid on people's purchases, no matter what side they're on, which is great. So there's additional ways to make money. So you might want to learn a little bit more about those to fill in the difference from the binary for yourself.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your help.
You're so welcome.
So I'll go ahead and share my screen again, and we'll go back into Live Younger Success, you guys.
Okay.
And are there any other specific areas we should all really be paying closer attention to within
Well,
the site?
click on Business Basics
Mhm,
tab and just look at what else is there. There's guidelines on enrolling,
mhm.
the power of the patchwork three-way calling is a really good training down there. I'd highly recommend that.
Okay.
Um, you
You want me
know,
to open that?
sure, why not?
Okay.
And I got to tell you a personal experience. When I first joined network marketing, everybody said you should do three-way calls, and I said, that's for people who lack confidence and competence, and I thought I had both, right? And so I didn't do three-way calls, and I won't say I failed miserably, but I didn't do nearly as good as I could have. And when I left that company and joined another company, my sponsor demanded that when I got someone interested, they put them on the phone with me. So I'd pique their interest, I'd send them some information. And then when they're interested, I'd say, I'm new at this. Let me get my partner Bob on the phone. I get Bob on the phone, and almost everybody Bob talked to signed up. It was like magic. Yeah.
Wow.
And so I had to eat my ego and learn that it's a sales tactic. A prophet's not honored in their own land. Why should we think we would be, right? But it's just getting somebody else involved. So there's some good videos here on how to do a three-way call. If you're not comfortable and familiar with three-way calling, you should watch these and practice. Practice, practice, practice. And people say, "Oh, I thought I didn't want to bother you." It's not a bother when someone now Robin and I have a large organization. Everybody can't depend on us for three-way calls. It just wouldn't work. But you go up 1, 2, 3 levels in your genealogy, there's somebody there available. And it's not a bother, it's an honor and a privilege because you're building the business together. Your upline's job is to help you succeed. And if you're not using them, they're getting paid for nothing.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff here. And you even have this little chart here that makes sense.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Good one. What else? Let's go back up to the
Oops.
and product basics. There's some good
Yeah.
information in product basics. Do
Mm.
you guys know about liveyoungerproducts.com?
I think
Okay, because
everybody here does.
yeah, because that's Judy Daniel, who helps maintain this site, also maintains Live Younger Products, and that's somewhere you can send your customers because there's no mention of the business opportunity.
Hmm. And when I first came onto this site, I was looking everywhere for the menu, and you guys, it's right here, and it even says it. But I was looking for something bigger, I
Click on
think.
the menu, you can see what's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So there's a lot of good materials in here.
yeah. And
Primarily
you have
focused.
the hat protocol in here, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
right there.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
So we get a lot of questions lately on the hat protocol, it seems like. So,
Why don't you click on that just for the fun of it?
sure.
I haven't been there in a while. Diagram, where to place it. Click on the where it says
Well,
diagram. Oh, there
yeah,
it is.
I think.
Oh, there it is.
So, um, was this created? It's just me asking you. Was this created prior to X39?
Yes.
Okay. Is that why it's Eon at the crown?
No.
Okay.
because Eon has a balancing effect with the left and right hemisphere
Mm-hmm.
and a calming effect.
Mm-hmm.
So you could add X39 there. I do, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't take away the glutathione and Eon.
Okay. I was just curious because I kind of thought this was before X39 and that's why it was the Eon and not the X or an A and
Robin,
not a X.
Robin, do you have any comment about that? You know more about the HAT protocol than I do. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, it definitely was created before X39 came out.
Mm-hmm.
And we always, as has been mentioned, X39 is foundational for everything, whether you put it in the top of the hat or you put it on C7 or below the belly button. It will enhance the benefits. But there's several practitioners that got together, and there are many acupuncturists and created this protocol and did thermographic testing on it and saw that brain frequencies were synchronized when they did this. And so if someone's had, you know, some kind of head injury or, a neurologically based illness, um, or an imbalance, a mental imbalance, it's been extremely effective. I mean, some young people in school that have that attention challenge, this has been extremely effective. If you can get the school to allow them to wear a hat at school. We've had a young man kicked out of school because of, he just couldn't pay attention, started using the hat protocol at home and was able to go back to school because it gave him focus. There's many, many, many different benefits. Gregory and I usually keep a hat by our desk and call it our smart hat. And so we use it if we want to focus.
Mm-hmm.
And so you might want to try that and see what you think.
I call it my thinking cap.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. Yeah. I think I need to do that more often.
Yeah,
Every
it's quite something,
Yeah.
to use the tools. What a novel concept. And
Yeah.
have your own experience.
Right.
And so you can learn from your own experience what it's like to wear the hat. And people that have had those, blood clots that cause, uh all kinds of imbalances and paralyzation. People have had amazing results wearing the hat. In minutes, can write their name again, can speak. It's quite extraordinary, but we don't ever make promises. It's just worth learning about and trying and seeing what happens. You just say, I don't know what's going to happen. Everyone's different, but I've heard amazing stories about people with conditions like yours. And when they wear this hat, they end up much more focused and balanced, and a lot of other functions come back.
Mhm.
I love that. And thank you, Robin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to make note that Walter's comment in the chat, he used to do door to door back in the day and absolutely loved it. I forgot to tell the back end of my story. Once I learned that little key, they had a weekly sales bonus and I won it every week until they stopped because I won it every week. And
That's
and the first week I failed miserably. So it only takes a little difference, makes a big difference. Yeah.
Maybe I should try it now with my brain fog.
I think that's a good idea, Robin.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I think that's a great idea, Robin.
Yeah. I have a lot of patches on right now, and I had too
Oh,
many on. For those of you that don't know, the reason most of you are here is my knee. And it didn't go well, my first knee replacement 8 years ago. So
oh,
last week I got it redone. So I got a revision. I'm healing really fast. I'm
nice.
kind of taking some time off. I'm not using my brain too much, but being on pain meds, you can't. So I'm
Yeah,
wondering what it'll be like to use the HET protocol. I think I'll try it. Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
I used the hat protocol for my um son a couple months ago. He felt like he was coming down with something and he had a headache. And he said, I put it on him and he wore it. I think he fell asleep with it on. And the next morning he's like, Mom, I feel really good. And I said, Good, you're supposed to. I said,
That's
I
awesome.
said, so patch up because you'll get smarter too if you wear these patches in school. So, of course, I was talking about X39
And
and
I
49.
need to bow out at the top of the hour. I have some other commitments.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here.
No, my
Really.
pleasure. It's so nice to see everybody, and I'm glad an opportunity to share some perspective and answer some questions and get to know each other better.
It's been great to have you on here, and thank you everybody for being here. I also have to go pick my son up from where he's at. But thank you, Robin and Gregory, for being here. And Robin, speedy recovery to you.
Thank you. They
Yes.
all say I'm doing well. The PT, the OT, the nurse. I'm getting around really well,
That's
but
wonderful.
it's a humbling journey, and I'll be back to new really soon.
Yes.
Well, I look forward to seeing you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye,
Robin
guys.
Gregory. Great show,
Thank you,
Roxanne.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Bye.
All right.
Have fun being a happy clicker.
Bye, everybody. What a great night, Roxanne. I want this recording. A
Yes,
few of us
ma'am.
do.
You'll have it.
We
All right.
definitely need it. Thank
Great
you.
call.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you so much. Great call.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you.